どんぶらこどんぶらこどんどん揺られ揺れて目指すはどんなハッピーエンド探してたこの心ウキウキ暴れさせて冒険はいつだってワンダフル繋がってくエンドエン出会いは少しトリッキー打ち解けりゃ鬼も笑う見える景色がちょっとずつ違う皆様のお手を拝借 So let's get the party started ゴンゴンいいとこ見て得意げに胸張ろうぜブラザー近いは間違いじゃない楽しもうぜドンブでハッピーなパーティータイムドンブラと大集合踊れ笑えはははさあ老いも若きも誰も彼も君もドンブラコドンブラコどんどん揺られ揺れて目指すはめでたしどんどんハッピーエンド始まってたありふれた日常のど真ん中で挑戦はいつになくエキサイティング間違ってくエンドエン服は新しい風背に受けりゃ逆に売り切生きる時代にあった当たり前皆様と形を変えて And let's get the party going どんどんいいとこ取り言い訳は粋じゃないぜブラザーいいもんは入れきりじゃない飛び込もうぜドンブで Brand new なパーティータイムドンブラと大集合踊れ笑えはははそう過去も未来もいつもどんな時もドンブラコドンブラコどんどん揺られ揺れて待ってる明日はどんなハッピーエンド笑っても泣いても同じ一度の人生なら迷わず服を選びたいどこかの誰かの物差しじゃ計り知れない自分らしさ一応探せようぜどんどんトライしようぜ転んだって起き上がればいい悩みなんて吹っ飛ばして突き進め挑んでいこうぜ On my way どんどんいいとこ見て得意げに胸張ろうぜブラザー違いは間違いじゃない楽しもうぜドンブでハッピーなパーティータイムドンブラと大集合踊れ笑えはははさあ老いも若きも誰も彼も君もドンブラコドンブラコどんどん揺られ揺れて目指すはめでたしどんどんハッピーエンド
Hello everyone, my name is Notepad Anon, and I write games for fun. So what are we doing today? Well, today we're going to be working on Cruelty Squad, the Physical Sensation Edition, a game about waking up and going to work. Yes, this is a game about entering the wagey cage. You do that, right? Come on, go to work. You need to. So, yeah, everything is set up here. It's looking a little janky, but that's kind of on purpose. Because some people like to do this. Title is Allegra, subtitle is Allegra. I decided to go with the headings to make them Roboto, while the actual font is Laura. Why? Because I hate you, and I don't want anyone to have fun reading this. I want to get that authentic look. Also, you may be wondering, hey, these pages look a little bit weird. because I'm trying something new, trying something a little bit different. And that is, if I go to page setup, I'm actually running this in B5, which is 6.9 by 9.8, which is the font, which is the size of the pages roughly that I've been using for PDFing. Generally speaking, what I want to try to do is see how easily everything converts over to making it a PDF. So if I'm thinking like, okay, if I keep it within the same size, it should be a little bit easier rather than just like a standard 8.5 by 11. It might work, it might not. I don't know. That's half the fun of finding out. But no, go away, Discord. But yes, here's Cruelty Squad. I got the preface done, and this is going to be our opening. Generally, I have all of my notes I need right here. Everything's pretty much done. Actually, what I should do is get rid of this, because the Varmisk Fallen video is done. That has been uploaded, and it's done about as well as I could think about a weird furry game no one's ever fucking heard about. That's always the odd bit with some of these, little opinions, is that occasionally people won't just click on them because they have no idea what the fuck it actually is. And I don't blame them. It's a game that like doesn't exist. It's not really a thing. It's a very bizarre entity, and it's something you just kind of got to look at. You're like, yep, this exists, all right. I don't know why, but it exists. But yeah, here we go. Here's the Physical Sensation Edition, and let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. So, generally speaking, welcome to the Cruelty Squad family. Welcome to this Cruelty Squad family. Here at Cruelty Squad, we value our agents like family, and we value our agents like family. And as a family, there are some basic expectations for you. There are some basic expectations to understand. As a family, there are some basic expectations to understand. Keyboard. Okay. The Cruelty Squad, the Physical Sensation Edition. Let's see, Cruelty Squad, the Physical Sensation Edition. Actually, how do I want to word this? Has a squad of agents, a handler. Actually, do I want to say the handler, or yeah, no, we'll call it the handler. The Physical Sensation Edition has a squad of agents, a handler, a squad of agents to engage, to undertake the mission, a handler to guide them through their task, and a series of dice to represent different tasks for them to complete. Whenever an agent, how do I want to word this? Okay. Whenever an agent is faced with an obstacle or situation, they will need to find their center. When finding their center, The agent will roll a die. Will roll a die indicating. Let's see. Whenever an agent is faced with an obstacle situation, they will need to find their center. The agent will roll a die determined by the difficulty of the determined of the difficulty of the task. Should the agent roll debt in the middle, their center, actually the center, they will be successful. It will be successful. If the agent fails to achieve their center, they will fail. They will fail miserably, as usual. That's pretty much it. Like, actually, the handler will assign these tasks and dice as the situations arise. However, it's up to the agent to successfully navigate the corporate world as a proud employee of Cruelty Squad. We believe in you. You'll need to find their center. It is the center. Welcome to the center of the dice. I must insult Perky. I must insult another man on the funny application. I'm very tired, by the way. Bear with me here. Let's see. Center, they will be successful. If agent fails to achieve their center, they will fail. They will fail miserably, as usual. Actually, what I should do is we're going to insert a temp or insert table there. We'll say for handler eyes. For handler eyes. Dice difficulty and you. Difficulty can be hard to judge, but it's up to you, the handler, to successfully navigate the complex web of intrigue involving the agents as they struggle to complete their objective. When assigning a difficulty. Remember, all dice are odd. As Cruelty Squad CEO. Actually, let me remind myself. I'm actually going to remind myself if she is actually the CEO. We want to do office. It's gonna be fun because I'm gonna try not to like spoil anything, because it already has its own complicated series of things to worry about. So okay. Okay, I know what I'm doing. So, let's see. All dice are on, and as per the even dice situation report posted last year. So, easy. Even a child could perform this. Actually, how do we want to word this? Well, actually, we can do this as simple tasks. D3. Simple tasks. Competent labor. Actually, it would be simple tasks, which is 2 would be the center, and then it would be average employee, and actually employee standards would be D5 with the standard with the center of 3. Specialist work D7 with 4. Because again, this isn't complicated to actually determine whatever it is. And so on. Don't hesitate to assign more difficult. Don't hesitate to assign higher difficulty die to more extreme situations. If an agent attempts to climb the side of a building for a vantage point, that sounds like a D13. That sounds like a D13. If it's pouring acid rain. If it's pouring acid rain, then it may be a D21. Control Shift 8. To a more extreme situation, difficulty die in U. Yeah. I'm kind of leaving it open here because I want it to be kind of more interpretive. That's kind of like one of the big ideas. It's like, the notice board, let's see. Yeah, I do need to update my notice board. That reminds me, I should get rid of this. Yeah, I'll probably do some more. I'll probably do like a full-on like update of this relatively soon. The schedule kind of got a little bit wiggity whack because the whole moving situation. but everything should still be good in that regard. Let's see. Current well, in short, it's fine to there we go. You're no longer a man in the run. Oh, that's the secret. I'm always. See, fucking Comcast, that was an adventure. That was a full-on adventure, and that was agony. Pure and just unequivocal agony. Just fixing that all up. However, it's done, and I don't gotta think about it anymore, so I'm okay. Okay. So we've got all of this. This is the basic system. This system isn't complicated. All it really does boil down to is handler assigns difficulty. Roll to hit center. Roll to hit the center. This is not exactly complicated. It's like, hey, this is going to be a relatively. This isn't a complicated D7. You need to hit a 4 in it. Not very hard. Hey, a really simple task. Roll a D3 and try to hit a 2. That's all you do. That's all you got to do. You just have to hit your center. It's not about being complicated. That's the secret part. Not a very complicated thing. It's just a bit weird. Let's see. What I can do is agents training, agent training and hiring process. Actually no, agent onboarding. One, agent onboarding. Yeah, until I move again. Yeah, I don't plan on moving anytime soon. Luckily, we're not. I'm not moving. I'm not moving again for at least a little while, unless things get really bad here. But things have been okay. Things are delightfully all right here. It has its issues, but I think any new place when you first move in is the worst place ever. During the theory crafting period, you think if a newbie to RPGs or somebody's very traditional comfort zone picked this game up, you think they're going to be put off? Yes. Yes, this is a very niche game for a very niche reason, for a very niche product. Mostly because I'm curious. Like, the big thing with this one is I am curious to see, can I, more than anything, like, can you make a game? The big question is, can you make a game with odd dice? That's like one of the big things. And at the end of the day, roll a d7 and try to like hit the middle. That's not like, it's literally no different than roll a d6, try to hit a 6. Roll a d4, try to hit a 4. That's not like, there's nothing different about it. It's just the method of doing it. But I want to kind of get across the idea, like, Cruelty Squad's a weird setting. It's a weird thing. And the way it works is, everything makes complete sense in Cruelty Squad. And that's like the big thing I want to get across here, is that everything does make complete sense. It's just handled weird. So, in agents are Cruelty Squad's proudest assets. proudest assets, as they are the face of the company. As face of the company, and the first ones in the field. A cruelty squad agent needs to be strong, smart, fast, handsome, and most importantly, loyal to the company. As a brand new Cruelty Squad agent. As a brand new Cruelty Squad agent, you will need to fill out some helpful information for our records. These stats, actually, now how do I want to, what's to be the like, how do I want to do this? Let's see, this would be, what is the, it's a INTJ, what's this, 16 personalities, so that's a Myers and Briggs. Let's see, Myers-Briggs. Yeah, this is how we're gonna word it. Okay, as a brand new Cruelty Squad agent, you'll need to fill out some helpful information for our records. These are broken down into your actually, now attributes doesn't seem right. Actually, agent, your AWSs. No, that doesn't sound right. How do I want to word this? I'm trying to come up with like the most corporate way of saying like attributes and statistics. It's like, this is the best way to say this is like, how do you get a company to be like, yeah, grind set. Like, how do you get a company to like say, please fill this out and tell us if you're a fucking idiot? Like, just, you know, fill out the like a little form saying how do you grade yourself. I know. Agent adaptability grades, AAGs, broken down into your agent adaptability grades. And your skills. Agent adaptability grade qualifications. No, actually no, grade, and then we'll, instead of skills, and being and qualifications. There we go, perfect. Skills are going to be called qualifications. No, these are broken down to agent adaptability grade and your qualifications. And then we do agent adaptability grade. Cruelty Squad wants to invest in the highest quality talent possible, making sure that those who don the armor Those who don the Cruelty Squad logo shirt, Cruelty Squad uniform are, let's Cruelty Squad invest in the highest quality talent possible, making sure that those who don the Cruelty Squad uniform are those worthy of the Cruelty Squad uniform. Each there are five adaptability scores to grade from A to F. A, B, C, D, F. A, B, C, D, and F. These help actually the adaptability scores will reflect your abilities in the field as well as what qualified you are to take part in. Don't worry. You're the best you can be. You're the best you can be. You're the best what you okay. Don't worry. You're the best you can be, and these will never change. So we need 5. So we need to do. What's the what's a good intelligence synonym? Reason can kind of be our intelligence stand-in. Actually, if I really want brain, we can then do muscle. So if we use brain as intelligence, muscle as our we treat muscle as our kind of our strength attribute. Actually, what we can do, fuck it, let's go to Flesh Mech Annihilator real fast. And that might give us something to work with. Your nervous system, which is going to be more of your agility. So let's see, intelligence, strength, agility. What would be a good one for? Personality type is determined by inheritance of biological factors. Psycho, let's see, psycho. Actually, we want to use the idea like this is going to be your charisma attribute. That's kind of the idea. So if we want to do charisma, how would an incredibly corporate, weird, biological nightmare world judge your charismatic ability? Perfect. Socionics. Socionics. Display socionics among well-known pseudoscience like as astrology and homeopathy. Perfect. That's definitely what we need. Pseudosciences, and we need one more. Let's see. Intelligence, strength, agility, charisma, and what would be another good one? I'm trying to think of one at the top of my head. Because the problem is, usually when it comes down to it, things like agility and charisma have a bad tendency of being real, like intelligence, agility kind of become very valuable in their own rights. Actually. Okay, perfect. Integumentary. Meat. No, that's not a good one. Well, actually, let's check. All right, you know what? I guess we'll use psychotronics. Okay. Perfect. We want to make sure that you're well adjusted. A cruel needs to be strong, handsome, loyal. So, our first one is obviously going to be brain. Is brain. Measuring your basic IQ. Actually, financial psychotronics. Actually, no, we'll just use psychotronics because it's funnier that way. Measuring your basic intelligence, intelligence quotients. Let's do the muscle. The physical tendons. The physical ability of the agent. Nervous system. Nervous. The reaction speed of the agent. Socionics. The charismatic pull of the agent. The intelligent and deductive reason. The deductive reasoning, the deductive reasoning of the agent. The charismatic pull of the agent, and psychotronics. The astral energy of the agent. Actually, the raw energy manipulation manipulation of the agent. Assigning a grade to these adaptability. The scores signifies how talented the agent actually is. An agent with an A is is better than an agent with an F, with a B, with a C. Agents with F are terrible at it. Terrible at the adaptability score. Laugh at them. Go. Do that. We paste this. Brain, muscle, nervous, socionics, and psychotronics. So, our basic agent, we'll make a sample agent. So, we will do a sample guide. We'll say Mr. How do we want to, what name do we want to, Mr. Chowder. That's what we want to do. Mike Chowder. What's an appropriately strange name? Don't worry, I'm just drinking while doing it. It's funnier that way. Let's figure this out. Okay, so sample guide. We will do Thomas. And we'll do Thomas example. Mr. Example is here to demonstrate how to properly fill out the Cruelty Squad agent assessment forms. First thing, let's see Thomas example and the grades. Mr. Example is here to demonstrate how to properly fill out Cruelty Squad agent assessment forms. First, he has to choose what his grades are. Grades are among the basic. Among the adaptability grades. Back to adaptability scores. We'll do brain B. Muscle C. Nervous A. Socionics ABC. The psychotronics. As we can tell, Mr. Example is a very fast and intelligent agent, willing to hop on any task needing his quick wits. However, psychotronics. However, he is not very personable. Nor can he understand the basic flows. Understand the flow of reality. No, actually, nor can he understand. Actually, how do I? No, I don't want to be too direct about it. Nor can he understand the latent energies around him. That doesn't no, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. He's great. Because we want to get the entire idea that, like, yep, something is very wrong, because that's the entire idea of Cruelty Squad, is that something is wrong. How do we fix it? And the answer is, you don't. Sample guide. Let's see, Cruelty Squad assessment forms. We want to select everything here. We said we select everything here. We want to select this down to 8. There's this entire section about these grades, and I'm going to give you a hint. The grades do nothing. Yeah, it's electronics. Okay, so assign a grade to the adaptability scores. Okay. And then we do agent qualifications. Now, this is where things are going to get a little bit wonky today. Okay, so agent qualifications. In agent qualification, so when you submitted your resume to the Cruelty Squad recruiting, you had listed a series of qualifications in different fields, representing your history and ability. As a member of the Cruelty Squad family, the agent assessment forms need you to fill them out again to clarify what is accurate and what you lied about. Qualifications increase the range of your center by 1 in both directions, allowing by 1 in both directions, allowing agents a higher chance of succeeding in tasks allowing agents to higher chance of succeeding in difficult tasks. This is really weird to write it this way, by the way, because normally I wouldn't be writing it kind of in like weird second person. But I am writing it in second person because that's just kind of how it goes. That's what we're doing now. We're writing literally a second person role-playing game using only odd dice, and it's odd. Alright, so let's take a look. Qualifications increase the range of your center by 1 in both directions, allowing the agent a higher chance of succeeding in difficult tasks. For example, having a 2 in pharmaceuticals would allow a D7 would allow a D7 difficulty to achieve, would allow a D7 difficulty to reach the center. To actually, how do I even fucking word it? I determine the difficulty of the difficulty done. A D7 difficulty die. To be quote centered at, so let's see, 7 would be 5. No, 7 would be 4. Let me just do. So with 2 would be 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so 2 to 6. Centered at 2 to 6. And be centered at 2 to 6. The more qualified you are, the better you are. Alright, so now this is where things are going to get a little bit wiggity wonk, because I need to actually write out all these. I thought I had them, but then I'm like, wait, none of these make any fucking sense. So what we get to do now is find skills. Yeah, pretty much. That's what we're going to be doing. So let's do pharmaceuticals. That's going to be kind of like our medicine skill. So let's do business. Let's look into business. We want to see business. So business fields. Actually, we want to do how do we want to corporate fields? How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Pretty much it would be like, because one of the big things is I don't want necessarily, because it's not going to be like, hey, I have like the money skill. It's like I have the financial skill, because that's like I have the bank, it's things like that. So it's pharmaceuticals. What would you end up calling it? Industry names. List of industries. Hell yeah. All right. Educational services. So we need educational services. So educational. Agriculture. Actually, aquaculture. Let's see. Finance and insurance. Finance and insurance. So we need to do food services. We already have pharmaceuticals. We don't really need pharmaceuticals for anything else. We can probably add in social sciences. Actually, no. We'll do social assistance. Or social assistant, I don't know. Administration, business support. Information technology. Let's see, information technology. Technical science, theoretical science, science, biological science, cybertronic science, biocybertronic science. Of course, we need all the science skills. Biocybertronics, real estate, rental and leasing, wholesale. We'll do wholesale trading. So I want to get across the most authentic idea of just being the most corporate jackass you possibly can be. So of course I want to have wholesale trading being a skill. So how do we want to word this? Sewage services. Utility services, sewage services. Let's think. Transportation. Actually, it would be logistics, transportation. Arts, graphic design, entertainment, construction engineering. Actually, we want to do construction, bioconstruction. See, not retail, manufacturing. Manufacturing food goods. Actually, perishables. Manufacturing, it would be non-perishables. Let's see. I know. Security optimizations. Guns. No. Firearms. Firearm cleaning. Firearm shooting. Actually, no, why would I do that? No, it'd be firearm cleaning. That's all you need. Life sciences, acne, ADHD medication. No. Then we have all the states. What would be of course, animal handling. Every game needs animal handling as a skill. If you don't have animal handling as a skill in your game, are you really playing a game? That's my question. Are you truly playing a game, or are you just playing a terrible, thought of a game? Power Rangers taught me that. So let's think. It would be. Let's do a little bit of a. Let's do a little bit of a looking around. How do I want to do this? Let's see. Do people actually have the... Okay. You know what we have to do? This is the extreme situation, everybody. Extreme moments call for extreme, you know. Yeah, we want to hit that. Go to the stock market. Godhead Heavy Industries. So we already have Heavy Industries. Computing and Food. G-Tech. Piho. Gathering Data. Pizza House. Spacefaring Solutions. That reminds me, we need to add in space tourism. Failing game store. Games. Vegoids, meatoids. Let's see. Alternative meat production. Sir Fatberg's Famous Casino in Western Swamp Fatberg, and this would be gambling services. Security Redfield, and lost my fucking mouse, and military grade optics. Okay. Yes, did I literally open up Cruelty Squad? Yes, I did. I did say open up Cruelty Squad to double check. Let me open up the right goddamn thing again. So what would be some data processing? Astrology. Script writing. Game design. Actually, game design physical. Game design digital. Okay. Cool. Here's all the skills. all your basic qualifications. I don't know about you, but like these seem fairly important to me. That, you know, it's like you don't have... All I'm saying is that if you're not investing in graphic design, just going hard graphic design focus, are you really playing the game? So what we need to do is each an agent has, we will say, let's see, how many skills do we actually have? Let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39. Perfect. 39. Completely odd number. An agent, so we're looking at 39, and we'll say we'll say 39. If there's 39, we want to make that 20th. Want to make that 19. Yeah, okay. Has 19 qualifications to spread around. Spread around. The agent's grade has no meaning here. Let's see. The agent has 19 qualifications to spread around. These allow the agent to actually an agent can increase a qualification up to 5 maximum. Up to 5 right now. More intense training can result in higher qualifications. Because what we can do now is we do this, we do format, columns, 2 columns, and then we can select the sample guy, Thomas example. You do Thomas example and the qualifications. Now he has to choose his qualifications. Mr. Example chooses the following. So we have 19 points to spread around, and let's just think. So I'll do alternative meat production at 3. We will do art. Actually, we'll do not astrology. We'll do biological science. We'll do biological science at 3. Business support at 2. We'll do data processing at 2. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll do food services at 4. So that's up to 14. We will say logistics at 3. So that's at 17. And let's see. No. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 17, 19. Perfect. Don't worry, everybody. He's lovely. Food services. Well, let's see. We want to do Control Shift 8. No, we want to. Because remember, you cannot hit Tab in a table. So alternative meat production 3, biological sciences 3, business support, and we want to do Mr. Example proves himself once again as a competent employee. One ready and willing to get dirty in the food industry. And provide logistical support. Okay, there we go. We gotta hit that button. There we go. Did processing. Because, yeah. Okay, so. Okay, so let's take stock right now. Let's kind of just take stock of where we are. We haven't hit the hard part yet, by the way. So let's think of what we actually need to do. What needs to be done? Agents are not really done at all. So what we need to do is we need to explain health states. That's going to be an important section. So we need to explore the health states a little bit more. And then we need to, obviously we need to do the combat system. Actually, I had to do more, this is going to have to be more of the phase system. HQ, mission brief, mission, and then detox, which leads into the combat system. And then we're going to have, I guess we'll have to have the Biocybertronics listings. Then, yeah, we're going to have the health states. We're going to have the setup. We're going to have the entire stock market system. Okay, so stock market system. Actually, what I can do, there we go. No, we don't want to do that yet. I'm probably going to have to do I'll do an example. Actually, let's do an example. So we want to do, so this is what needs to be done right now, like right this second. This is what needs to be done. In what order? I don't know yet, but it just like a thing that needs to be done. I don't think this is going to be a very big game, but I don't think it needs to be a very big game. So we need to do an example of action. Agent example, and a wall. Agent example needs to climb. You need to climb a wall. It's too high to simply cross over. And with it's simply too high to simply cross over. They will need to make a muscle. Actually, they'll need to make a we'll say a D9 check. They'll need to make a D9 difficulty check. Difficulty, let's see. Roll a dice determined by the difficulty of the task. Yeah. This we'll have to call it D9 difficulty task. D9 difficulty task, needing to score a D9 half. It would be 4.5, so it would be needing to score a 5 to succeed. So if agent example rolls a 1 to 4, 6 to 9, actually, 1 to 4 or 6 to 9, they will fail. If they successfully roll a 5, They succeed with no problems. There we go. Just kind of a basic idea of how this is going to work. Not really supposed to be complicated. An example of action, the agent example, and the wall. And then we do that just to... So we've chosen all of this, and that increases the range. And then we will see. Yeah, that's pretty much what all the character is. Yeah, okay. This is going to be one of those games where I just kind of need to figure out the logistics of how things are going to work out. I understand how things are going to look and how they function. It's just doing it. I think what needs to be done. So we've kind of entered a good state here. We'll do this on Monday. We will do stock market on Monday as well. We'll do the health states and stock market on Monday. Okay. Then on Tuesday we can do on Wednesday we can do the phase system, which is in turn going to lead into the combat system. And then from there, we can just do the bio-cybertronics. Okay. Probably there will be more that I need to do, and like the big thing, like the one like more complicated thing to actually even... One of the more complicated things that you need to think about with this particular game is that I need to put in a lot of these little side notes of like, this isn't it. This isn't the point. I can give you the rules. I can't tell you how to play necessarily, but it's not about... It's not as simple as it wants to be made out. That's kind of the idea. Is that... One of the core ideas of this particular game, what I want to get across is here's a bunch of simple mechanics and here's a bunch of ideas, and go out and then make it something a bit more interesting than the sum of its parts. At its core, it's not going to be too complicated. It's just kind of the idea of, hey, embrace guaranteed action. If you sneak up to somebody, if you very clearly state that you can sneak up to someone pretty reliably and they have no reason to suspect you, and you pop them in the back of your head, you're going to kill them. Like, that's just not really going to be a question. It's not really a question of how. It's a question. It's more actually. It's not a question of necessarily how, but it's like, how do you do it? And those skills are there to force you to think in different ways. They're very weird, but very broad in their own definitions to allow you, the handler, and you, the player, to say, hey, GM, I have astrology. This person is clearly a fucking weirdo. Can I start spouting off some astrology? Like, because I have good astrology, can I roll my socionics to convince them to, let me through? Be like, yeah, apply your astrology skill to it. Or, hey, you have, like, the fact that you have some of these weirder skills is the point. And there's not like a, here's the gun skill. That's not the point. Yeah, the point is to not be in those situations more than anything, which is one that, like, again, it's a lot of these little side notes that you have to address that I don't quite know how I want to do them yet. I have an idea, which is pretty much it's going to be like, it's going to be hard to represent it here, but it's going to be, here are eyes for the handler. You know, these are like little game master notes for you. And then there's going to be scribbled notes. Scribbled notes are these are the actual side notes of, like, this is how you play the game to make it actually function well. And how you make things be weird and be strange, but also completely coherent. And I wanted to keep some of these a little bit weird, being like, yeah, you have the bioconstruction skill. You were a qualified bioconstructionist. So yeah, no shit, you kind of know what the fuck is going on. And it's hard, but I don't want it to be like hellishly difficult. Because, like, these are what a majority of your things are going to be. It's going to be like D5, D7, D9s. But it's going to be that moment when you do get, like, this is a D21 check. But you have 5 in both directions, so it's more like a basic D20 try to hit a 10 up. That's kind of the idea. Like, even like having, like, being very specialized in a skill does actually make things quite easy. That's the point. That's what one of the big things I want to do, where it's like, I want you to fish for those moments of finding it. And the attributes having no point is, I kind of want to readdress that later on in like a handler section. I'm going to actually write that in. Like a handler section. Which is, as a handler, if you notice somebody has like a B in something, make the check easier for them. Instead of rolling a D9, they just have to roll a D6. They have to roll a D7. Because of this, because of, like, you're saying, oh, okay, this is going to be a D21 check, but you are an A rank person in this. Make it a D9, like, make it a D17. They have the fucking 5 in the skill. They're going to do just fine. But if someone has an F in something, make it more hard. Make it harder. The players don't really have that much input on the matter. It's like, they don't fucking know. But make things harder for them. It's, hey, you have a low socionic score and you're trying to convince someone. It's going to be D13 because you're a weirdo and nobody likes you. You're a weird goblin man and everyone thinks you're fucking stupid. And it's like, yeah, okay, this makes complete sense of, like, why people don't like you, because you're weird looking or you are weird. You're trying to convince them using weird language. But that's where things like, hey, I have entertainment or I have script writing. Pump it up, baby. Get those skills up. All right, so I'm gonna call it here for today. It's on the short side, but, you know, bear with me here, folks. I know what I know what I'm doing, and I will disappear here. Godspeed. Good luck. Tomorrow is going to be the Curious Case of TG games, of TG Dusty Shelf 3, I believe. I believe it's 3. So get ready for that one, kids. It's gonna be a weird. It's a weird one. We got some classics coming up. A lot of viral games, of course, because Viral was the man who single-handedly defined TG culture for a while. We also have some other odd ones. Very odd ones. Games that I'm going to struggle to explain and not get completely yeeted off Twitched here. So, thank you very much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Godspeed, good luck, and I'll catch you all on the flip side.